Good morning from Central Virginia. It is now May, and my potatoes have been in the ground since March, mid-March, late March, early April. I have potatoes in the ground. I have potatoes in a Ruth Stout bed. I have potatoes in a grow bag. And so I'm going to do some potato care today. And this is a pretty simple thing to do. You just want to make sure that your potatoes are covered enough so that there are no potatoes forming where light can come in. So let's go ahead and get to that, and I'll show you how I'm taking care of these various potatoes. Here's my fresh supply of spoiled hay. Doesn't that sound funny? So these potatoes are going pretty well, and they're popping up. So this hay was about up to here when I planted these potatoes, just straight on the ground. So now they're growing, and I'm going to just put some more hay in here. This is really to keep to let the potato tubers form and to keep any light out. These were just grocery store potatoes, so I really don't have any clue about what kind they are. So I'm just letting the top show off. If you were growing potatoes in the traditional way, you would be hilling them up. You'd be growing them in a trench and then topping them, hilling them up when they get to be about this high, and then again when they get a bit higher. So a Ruth Stout bed is just growing in old spoiled hay. That's all there is to it. You put the potatoes straight on the ground, and then you put a big bunch of spoiled hay on top of that, and then you just keep layering in hay. Spoiled hay. It's important to use spoiled hay. That's that way you're not going to get a lot of weed seeds in here. You don't want to plant weeds and grass in your garden beds. This provides a deep mulch. One of the benefits to growing Ruth Stout method that I found last year is that it takes very, very little watering. It just holds and retains the moisture super well, which is great in a hot climate like Central Virginia. After the potatoes are pulled in June, I'll be putting in some fast-growing pumpkins here. That is really all there is to maintaining this Ruth Stout potato bed. Next, we're going to turn our attention to my experimental bed that I made in March. You might have seen that video. It really is just to see whether these tubers will grow. You can check a video on how I built this lazy bed. I'm going to do exactly the same thing with these potatoes. I have hilled them up with the hay once already. These are all potatoes that I grew, varieties that I grew last year. And so they should all be indeterminate, but I'm just going to keep layering up that hay. Okay. Looks like these guys are the winners. Winner, winner, chicken dinner over here. Really doing well. Keep hilling them up. Not really hilling them up. Loading them up with lovely hay. They're looking pretty healthy. Now, so far, the potato beetle hasn't come in, but I will be putting down an organic Captain Jack's, which is basically spinosad, to keep the potato beetles off. But it's important to come and inspect. But these look super duper healthy. Again, after these are harvested, I'll be pulling them out, and when I harvest the potatoes, I will be putting in probably some pumpkins here as well. For anything growing in pots, you're really going to need to keep your plants fertilized because water and nutrients do leach out. For potatoes, I like to use Neptune's Harvest, which is a 2-3-1 NPK, and I just mix it up according to the directions on the package. It's like eighth of a cup into a gallon of water, and we're just going to put that onto the potatoes. In these two pots, these are 20-gallon fabric pots, grow bags. I have two kinds of potatoes. I did a video on planting this one. Oh, Spittlebug, you may go. These are Purple Majesty, and these are Yukon Gold. So all I'm going to do with these were fertilized well and amended well. You can see that the blossoms are about to come out on here, which means those tubers are almost ready. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a drink of Neptune's Harvest and just let them be. It's okay if this gets on the foliage. It actually is a healthy thing to give a foliar feed to your potatoes. Going to give them a nice drink. While I'm over here, I'm going to give my leeks a drink too. Let's just take a look at my in-ground potatoes. These don't need a thing. These potatoes, you can see they're very healthy. I have put hay around the bottom to make sure they stay covered up. Those are actually in ground. You can see that the blossoms are starting, the buds have formed here. I don't see any damage yet from flea beetles or anything or potato bugs. They will be showing up soon. So I will douse these with the spinosad pretty soon. These were volunteer potatoes. They're looking pretty good. I might put a little mulch around them, but I think they're just going to be fine. So really that's all you need to do to care for your potatoes. Again, I'm going to dust these lightly with some Captain Jack's, which is an organic. I don't love to use dust because they're indiscriminate killers, but these don't depend on pollination and they don't bloom all that much. So I'm going to go ahead and do that because potato beetles are a bear and you do not want an infestation of potato beetles in your garden. Thank you so much for watching. I hope your garden's doing well and I hope you're well. Take care. Bye.